Welcome back to the Prairie Dawgs podcast.
It's episode 20. Very special guest in the house, Mike Green.
Happy to be here on the Big 2-0, a huge episode. Everybody knows that. Nothing bigger than 20.
Many things bigger than 20, but we talked about a bunch of stuff.
Cat Cafe.
Diwali.
Talked about trash talk.
Picking up trash. And of course, Prairie lore this week is Duff Roblin, the innovator of Duff's Ditch.
Duff's Folly, some call it.
Duff Man wants to divert the water.
Great episode. Tune in.
The episode begins
Now,
with me saying, welcome back to the Prairie Dawgs podcast, episode 20.
big 2-0. This is a big moment.
Yep.
Special guest in the house, Mr. Mike Green in the house.
Yeah, thanks for having me on the Big 2-0.
The
I
Big
didn't know that. I was like getting a special episode.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, when you said big 2-0, I was like, it doesn't matter.
Well,
Whoa. I mean, just telling you I enjoy being a special guest for a big episode.
He can hear you. It's special.
You celebrate on the 10s. Everybody knows.
yeah. Oh, more special than 1-9. I mean, Spencer was on last week. That episode meant nothing.
Oh, yeah.
This one is
1-9.
big.
That's what I was telling people. It's a good episode. I say, that one meant nothing to me, babe.
Yeah, totally. No, that was nothing.
Well, I've
welcome
been
to the show.
watching a lot of the clips and everything, so I know the Prairie Dawgs lore, and it does actually mean a lot to me to be on the show.
That's sick. You're like one of our peers that actually watches the show.
We have the worst peers. We have no support whatsoever from our own friend group.
No, and I'm
We have to-
included.
We have to beg them to like and share. Oh yeah, when I made my TV show and like a month later I'm posting a clip, you're like, hey Mike, who's that Indian kid that you keep posting? I'm like, I don't know, maybe watch this show that I worked hard on, buddy.
I was like, that was really funny.
Yeah. You're even telling me like I like it, but I refuse to actually give you the view. So
I
Yeah,
did. I
exactly.
saw the clips and I was like, what is this, Diwali?
that's a throwback to T-Pain walked in here puzzled by the celebration going on at the ledge.
Yeah, and somehow that came off offensive. I genuinely want to know, is it Diwali?
Great
Is it
question when you
Diwali?
see a celebration of that size, of that ethnicity.
Yeah.
Sure, but let me pitch it to you, the viewer, the listener, like this. T-Pain walks in back to the podcast space and goes, what is it, Diwali out there?
Yeah, exactly.
It did sound like a New York construction worker.
It sounds like a guy from Barrie, Ontario saw 4 Indian people getting out of one car.
Yeah,
and,
totally.
and was, had to say something about it.
Indian clowns?
Yeah.
Gee, fucking Diwali out here. What the hell's going on?
That's the funniest thing about races. Like sometimes they have to go so far out of their lane to make the comment. You don't even have to
exactly.
say anything.
I'd be
you
like
know?
a funny racist. I'd be like, today I saw 12 Indian guys pile out of a Volkswagen circus style, like a fucking 3-sing circus. I'd be zinging.
3-sing circus. Yeah,
I'd be
okay.
zinging.
I was
feel
like,
like you-
okay, sir, what kind of coffee do you want?
Yeah.
Stop saying this. Please,
Exactly,
just
yeah.
make your order.
The interactions never need that extra information.
Sometimes, I mean, when you're at Tim Hortons, I think that...
Careful now, careful. We just got out of the Diwali debacle.
Started that.
Careful.
Maybe I'll just bow out.
Steady.
No, but people are like blaming the the East Indians for getting on Tim Hortons. If you go online, like it's a big every Tim Hortons filled with East Indians. It's not just, it's everybody. It's every ethnicity tends to hire within their own crew. Sure. I know Mennonites. You never see a black guy on a Mennonite construction crew.
Well,
That's
look,
not fucking happening.
sick.
To quote Daniel Day-Lewis, and there will be, things go by way of friendship, and like
Sure.
that's you do also. We all kind of naturally gravitate to the people who look like us. It's like built into
Do
sociology.
they have
so.
black Mennonites?
No.
Great question. Black Mennonites being searched now. I love this agile searching on the cast.
Black Mennonites are people who identify as both black and Mennonite.
Thanks AI.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna take our job.
Might take over.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Very
I mean,
smart.
there's a couple photos here, but it's not what I don't know what I imagined.
I don't think that's happening. They've
If there were black Mennonites, Tyler would know.
I would
Let's be
know.
honest.
I would
T-Pain would
know.
know.
Yeah.
Why
And
would
I
you
would
know?
have got them out by now.
Excommunicated.
Not in my house.
Hey, get out of here. What is this? Diwali? Beat it. He's like, what'd you say?
Diwali, a catch-all term for any ethnic celebration.
We thought you were really clued in when you nailed it the first time, but it turns out that's just your catch-all for every
Turns out
single
I have
race.
no idea what Diwali is.
Yeah.
I'm in the cat cafe. I'm like, what, fucking Diwali over here? I thought Diwali was just a term for a good time.
That's the second time the Cat Cafe has come up for me today.
Yeah,
I
is it?
did trash talk before this with Sam, the bartender of Toad fame.
Nice. Yeah.
And
Toad fan.
I picked up this weird, clear. It looked like a can, but it was completely clear. It had that sort of that pop top, but it was almost like a plastic
Oh,
cup.
that's bubble
Yeah,
tea.
yeah.
Yeah, is it?
I think it's bubble tea.
They make
yeah.
they
Or
make their
tea.
own
They make it
juice
so
there.
Cute now.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was like, "What the hell is this?" And he was like, "Oh, that's from the Cat Cafe." I'm the only
maybe
guy who
milk
doesn't
then.
know the
Maybe it was
cat.
milk.
That's what I. Well, he said they give you a welcome drink. Considering it's $25 to enter the Cat Cafe.
Yeah.
So they give you a very fancy canned / plastic.
Yeah,
whatever.
I went there actually. I've been to the Cat Cafe a couple of times. One in the Osborne, one in the Portage location. The Portage location was kind of underwhelming. There wasn't as many cats. I thought it would be a cat free for
You
all.
want to be a goddamn,
Yeah.
man living amongst cats.
Totally.
Yeah.
But we went like later in the evening. The cats were tired out, so they were all in the back room sleeping. At one point, the guy goes, but he's like, "Oh, yeah, 1 second." And then he goes back into the room, and all of a sudden, like 5-6 cats came out. He like woke up all the
agitated them.
cats.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't
just get
want
out
that.
there,
Yeah.
entertain. And that's when I was like, that doesn't seem right. Like, let them sleep. But
Dumps out a box of cats.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the worst feeling.
yeah, go play with the people. They think you're cute. Get the fucking work, little shits. But and then I went to Osborne Village one. Yeah, they got they're making their little tea. $25 is a little pricey, but
Welcome drink included.
welcome drink included, and you're making memories. If you
And so
take,
what else is there to do? You just play with the cats?
you just play with the cats. They give you a toy. They give you a sack of like ground salmon that you can feed the cats with. But most of the cats are fucking over it. They look at you and they're like, "Get away from me, you pervert."
Yeah, I'm tired of brown salmon. They're probably thinking.
Yeah, they're like, "Give me the treat." Yeah, I'm not playing with your fucking toy. I'm
And you're supposed to
trying
adopt
sleep.
them after?
What's that?
You're supposed to adopt them after?
You can adopt them, I think. Yeah, they've got a book of things that I think the goal is to they like get into your heart, and then you're like, "Oh yeah, we'll take them."
I think it's also maybe an avenue for people who can't adopt because they're building their life doesn't allow them to have a cat. So you
There you
that's-
go.
The cat lovers can hang with cats.
Sad
And the
man.
whole wall is like it's funny. I've looked into the Osborne one, and it does look like they have a pretty good sort of setup. But my home setup. I don't know if you guys have seen.
You've got
but
cats.
I've got
Yeah.
a cat wall, so like I'm good. Like I have the greatest. I can make my cats climb all the way up into the loft just by placing a treat in the middle and
A little brown salmon and off
a little
they
brown
go.
salmon, and off they go. And so yeah, I'm living the cat dream. I don't need a cat cafe to see cats climb.
That's dope. Yeah, what are your cats' names again?
Barbara and Vivian.
See,
Two little sisters. Is nothing cuter.
that
There's
that
nothing
is
cuter.
great. That is great.
Yeah.
Give them old lady names.
Yeah. Shout out to Chloe. She named them, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna give her credit for that.
Nice. Chloe being
My girlfriend.
okay. There you go.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, I didn't mean. I felt like people would have context clues to that, but
No.
we can take every. All right, I'll assume you're all idiots.
Yeah, the
Some
audience.
of them are.
Who's Chloe though?
The world is dumb.
Some of them
Let's
are.
go
We,
with
we've
that,
started
yeah.
to collect some of the dumbest people first, and then we'll get
Totally.
some
Yeah,
smarter
yeah.
viewers later.
So it always works, man. You end up with this legion of dummies backing you.
Yeah, totally. There's someone watching the podcast right now who's like, okay, Mike's dating Chloe, Tyler's dating Diwali, who is
on episode
Tyler's a cat. TK's a cat.
Tyler. DK's a cat.
on episode 3, we said we're the danger cats, and there's still some people listening that think that. I think.
Probably.
So,
Totally. Oh, shout out Danger Cats. What are they up to now?
fucking
They got their own
crimes.
cafe going.
Yeah,
right
he
now.
says- Making that Diwali comment in earnest.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Actually, well, yeah, they had a scandal with the
With the
community
Sikhs.
too. Yeah.
Yeah,
that
there was
was
a big ceremony, apology ceremony in a high school gymnasium where 4 confused Sikh men were like, "Why are we here? We don't care."
I didn't even know it went that far. That's like, they are actually the worst type of rage bears because if you're gonna be that guy, and I understand why that's a legitimate avenue now in comedy. But then just you have to go all in. You can't apologize. You can't back down. They fucked up here, and then they pretended they came to do a gig, which they didn't. And then I heard from the club that like, oh, they came here hat in hand, and we're like, it was so sorry. It's like, no, you guys, you got just be assholes all the way.
Yeah,
if you're
totally.
gonna do this,
No.
like, I wouldn't be mad at you if you went all the way, but you're this halfway crook, and there's no such thing, as we all know.
Yeah, you're waffling. You can't, once you decide to go like edgy dick route, you can't waffle on that. That's weakness. And then you destroyed credibilities with both sides.
Yeah.
You got to be a dick through and through.
Yeah.
They're waffling.
I'll credit Ben Bankus. He saw that market and he crushed it within it, and that's why he's going to do the Burt when he comes here.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, anyway, yeah, we don't need to pump all these tires.
Is he the guy who does the Chinese tam voice?
Look, I'll tell you this right. My mom is Chinese. When I was a kid, it was something that I was like insecure. Like her English it was bad, and it was something that I was insecure about. And like, I have no problem admitting if that's what you want, he is the best. Like, it makes me laugh. Even though
Sure.
I like that was one thing that like actually would have upset me when I was younger, and I let other people upset me. Now I have my walls are too thick. But like all I'm saying is like I think if anyone's entitled to be like, hey man, like don't do the accent. Like, look, he's doing it for the people who want it, and there are people who want it, and he's super good at it.
Yeah. And
so,
the thing is,
you know, what am I going to say?
It's so over the top.
It's so over the top
that it's going to make you laugh.
Dude,
It's
the first
so
ones
funny.
he did, because now Olivia Chow is sort of his main skewer.
Yeah.
Teresa Tam.
Well, she just dropped out of relevance after COVID.
After
That's when
COVID,
he first
yeah.
started doing it.
Sure.
And like the first Teresa Tam video he did opened with like Chinese, you know, like sitar music. So right off, it's like that's it. Like I'm 1 second in, there's already a joke, and then the first thing is like, "I'm sorry, I'm raped. I was eating dog." It's like, you know, like that's so stupid.
It's
but
so
if that's
bad.
what you want, then he's killing it.
Yeah,
It's like,
he
okay, I'm
really
3
is.
seconds in, I've heard so many jokes,
Yeah.
and they're, you know,
What was the transition to this new person then? Did he just Google like
well, he's
Asian
from
lady to
Toronto.
mock?
He's from Toronto, and a lot of his following is Toronto. So like that's his fans love it when he shits on the mayor.
Honestly, the worst thing about him is that he just dresses like shit.
Does he?
Every clip I see, he's got a little bottom of his belly hanging out
He's-
like it's an underboob.
Yeah, he's a slovenly guy.
He's rage baiting me with his outfit. The comment, all the comments are like, "Just pull your shirt down." 500 comments. You think, "Wow, this guy's popping off." They're all just telling him his body's
yeah,
gross.
I did notice that there was a trend. I think he took a little bit care of himself because at a point there was a trend in his comments of being like, "My guy, you gotta take care of yourself. You know, I want your jokes to laugh." People are like, "You're gonna die, man. You look bloated and terrible." You know?
can't die. Your Asian accent
Exactly,
is too
yeah.
good.
Well, if you want, I should say this. This reminds me of this. If you want some regular ass comedy from just regular people that are good and just do their good stuff, just material, we got Nate Craig at Rumors Comedy
Oh,
Club
that's
this week.
right. We got Nate Craig, and Nate Craig is a beast. I saw him open for Bill Burr.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right.
Burr
He-
has brought him around a lot.
Yeah.
He's one of
a-
Burr's dogs, I
yeah,
would say.
go-to
Yeah.
guy.
And
He
he's
had-
very funny.
He's super funny. He had one line at the Burt that I still think about where he's talking about road rage affecting him, and he's like, I was stuck in traffic the other day. I actually said the line, "I trusted you." And for some reason, that's always stuck in my head every time I'm in traffic. So shout out Nate Craig. He's gonna be a beast.
Yeah,
That's
he's
a
coming
great
and we'll
line.
have tickets to give away. And he's good and he's funny and he's got the right opinions on stuff, if you ask me.
Yeah.
About all
Why?
just the stuff that's generally going on in comedy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He's in agreement.
He's
That
got
there's a
good
lot of
takes.
just like dumb and evil comedy happening right now.
Watch his first line on stage is gonna be like fucking Diwali out here. I'm like, fuck yeah. Yeah, but we're gonna have a contest this week. What's the contest? Everyone 3D print a gun. The best gun wins.
To be clear, it doesn't need to be the whole gun. What we're looking for is what they call the receiver. It's the trigger mechanism. If you could just print the trigger mechanism, the most lethal part,
I can get
we'll
a
take it
stock.
from there.
You understand? Yeah. No, we'll have a contest. We'll see what it is. Yeah.
Draw Nate Craig. I don't know if we got any drawings in last week. I think people reached out for tickets, but they were too afraid to draw Aiden.
Yeah. Or draw a
Nate
gun.
Craig. Or well,
Why are you making it so hard?
I'm trying to make it fun.
Tag a friend in the comments.
They didn't like doing that. They were embarrassed. People are embarrassed by us, I think.
that's
Okay.
fair.
Tag a friend and a gun manufacturer in the comments.
Tag Smith and Weston
Yeah.
or whatever.
I wonder if they have separate accounts at
Yeah,
Smith
ever
at
since the
Weston.
divorce.
Do we plug all sorts of comedy now, or do you save it? Because I
Well,
can
this
plug-
is the rumors
the-
ad read that
okay.
ends right now after we tell you to go to Rumors
can-
Comedy
you can flip
Club.
that, okay.
As always, they sponsor the podcast. They're wonderful. There's good, regular, non-evil comedy there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And-
a lot of good stuff coming up.
A lot of good stuff coming up. And also, before your incredible headliner, you have a potential to see a round of Winnipeg's funniest comedian with the day job.
Oh, and Timbo Tuesday.
And guess what?
Timbo's headlining Tuesday.
Tim Gray. He's pointing at
Producer
us
Ray.
from the
But
back.
We don't have tickets to that. You got to buy them, suckers.
2 for 1 though. 2 for 1 on
Two
Tuesdays.
for one, best deal in town.
Best
2
deal
for
in
1.
town.
2 for
Unbelievable
1
deal.
2 for 1
And,
Tuesday of Tim Gray.
Look, we know I'm a deal guy, so I'm qualified to say when something's a fire hot deal.
You are a deal guy.
I'm a
That's
deal
right.
guy. I'm hot deals.
Quickly before we get to that, Winnipeg's funniest comedian with the day job contest is going right now. So sometimes, especially if you get tickets to Tim Gray's show, you might have a chance to see these contests. I highly suggest you do it. It's entertaining. There was a
Jack Sparrow impersonator.
Just
legendary.
15 years too late, or can we say 20 years too late?
Yeah, 20.
I mean, he knew it. At the funniest thing he said, bombed, and I think he knows that. Sorry, Jack. Well, do
Sorry,
the
Mr.
courtesy of
Sparrow.
calling you Jack.
Sorry,
yeah, what do you want
Captain.
from me? First of all, didn't shake my hand coming up on stage. Okay, hope you bomb. Hope you bomb right away. I got my hand ready. You've seen me shake 2 other comedians' hands. He comes up doing this whole thing. Shake my hand. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
A pirate would respect me. And so, yeah, comes up, bombs. Funniest thing he says is at the end of his set when he goes, "They got to put out a new movie. This is getting sad."
That is a good line. That is a good line.
You should have opened
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he opened by going, "Oh, it's right up here," or whatever. But just in Jack Sparrow.
How good was his look?
Great, really
Great?
good.
Really
He's the guy
good?
that you've
Okay.
seen, unfortunately, and this is what he loves, that you've seen him maybe on like online, he like goes viral for just being at Portage, and then you're like, what the fuck is that guy doing?
I have not seen a single Jack Sparrow clip. Don't tell me what I've seen.
Don't tell me. There's a Jack Sparrow busker.
You should
in Winnipeg.
Well, he's not a bus. I don't think he wants your money. He just wants you to see him and
Him
post
and
him.
Jack Sparrow.
Look at me.
He's trying to
All right,
be
goodbye.
Jack Sparrow. Would Jack
Yes.
Sparrow ask you for coins?
You should
no,
have-
he would not. It would ruin the illusion.
Yeah,
You should
that's-
have him on Trash Talk.
That would be interesting. I mean, can I get the man and not Jack Sparrow?
No.
Okay.
The man
Then
behind Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, I'd need him to be a man at least sometimes, or else I can't.
Did you get a real
conscience.
name?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't
want
cool.
to dox
No,
the
no,
guy.
well,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
dox the
dox
guy,
the
but
guy.
as long as he's like not
Yeah,
like
that's a great.
I'm
I'm
Jack
looking at him
Sparrow.
now. He's with Wob there.
He looks. It's
Honestly,
incredible.
it's a great. Yeah, it is a great likeness.
It's a very good cosplay.
And like,
especially
so-
because that's him out of the.
right.
No,
that's him out of it.
No,
yeah.
that's just a man. I think.
Oh, that's funny. I knew the girl in that video. She came to one of the comedy shows here. I
Yeah.
invited
She enjoyed a true show.
a real show. So this guy, I know he's not your best friend. You don't know too much
I
about
know a
him. but-
lot more than I'd like to.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let's stick to just what you know from stage.
Sure.
Like his look is great. Is
Yep.
his impression bang on as well?
I mean, he did the hand thing where he runs like with his hands up.
the hand,
Okay.
No, beyond that, no. The accent was not good and slipped in and out pretty frequently.
Okay. That's what
The
I was looking
tone
for.
of the jokes slipped in and out between like, what's a pirate's favorite, this and that.
Yeah,
And then-
yeah. Like I'm wondering, like, what you would even do. Just like, how many pirates references could you make? You
Yeah.
know, like I don't even know.
And
how
where-
you'd stay
where- and
there.
where-
like after you bring up the rum. After you bring up the rum,
bring up
where,
the rum.
where do you? Of
Where
course
are you
you did
going?
because that's what you bring up, and then where do you
Yeah.
go from there as a Jack Sparrow guy? You mention. I don't remember the other character. Will's in the car. It's like
Yeah,
what else do you
yeah.
say?
Also, this is a landlocked province. We're not a big pirate market here. We don't really
Well, he
do
had
that.
the well is deep. He could have, sea beasts, ships, pirates, wenches, or whatever.
How do you wedge all that in?
Well, just write material based on that, though. Like
Yeah.
he had nothing as far as it's all there. It would have been funnier if he came up dressed like that and was like, "So I was at the dentist the other day.
That would
Yeah,
have been-
totally. Yeah,
I'd be into that.
That'd be great.
I'd pay $20 for that.
Yeah, gold tooth put in, gar. No, I'm just kidding. That's how I would do it. I'd play it like I'm a regular dude.
It'd be funny to see that guy get heckled though, like because I like him slipping in and out of accents where he's just like, "Hey, Mister, hey, shut the fuck up down there."
Yeah.
and it'd be good to see that transition.
Actually, I hate when someone who's a character has to like break. It's just as the performer in me empathizes too much when you see someone push where they have to like lose what they're trying to do. You know, like that would frustrate or that would make me sad.
No, but if it's Jack Sparrow,
Actually, that's true.
like, I
No,
mean,
again, no, yeah, I would love to see Jack Sparrow buckle.
break. Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Let's talk about Trash Talk, dude. You're doing good work for the community. You're out and about. You're in Osborne Village. You go around every Sunday and you pick up trash, try to clean up the neighborhood. And while you're doing it, you have a podcast that you shoot. with
Yeah,
the
I just have a GoPro on a selfie stick.
Yeah.
And that's all you need to do this show, which is why I like doing it. And I picked up trash for a few years now, just on my own. Be new. It's a classic Be new. That's fine. And
Let it not go unmentioned.
Let it not go unmentioned. Yeah. Well, it's just to establish that like I was doing this on my own, and then the biz reached out about sort of doing something. They had a vague idea of a podcast or show to promote the businesses. And I pitched this, and they liked it, but then they let it fall apart because of paperwork. So then I was like, well, whatever. Now it's in my head. I've been picking up litter for weeks, practicing like, oh, what would I
Riffing in
say
your
about
own
that?
head.
Yeah, So I'm all horned up at this point. I can't go backwards. So then I just started producing it myself, and a couple local businesses threw me a little sponsorship here or there. But I'm happy to just do it myself, and I have been doing it. It's been going well. The feedback is nice. You get some people who it's the internet, so people have some issue one way or another, but they're always. This is the thing about being a hater. You got to be informed, and this is coming from. They call me dossier guy. They call me.
Yeah.
He is known.
If you've wronged
in Winnipeg
Mike-
Median.
Yeah. If I'm gonna say you suck, I'm not. It's not just a vague statement. I'll tell you exactly why you suck because I've combed through your catalog.
Yeah.
And I've done I've done the research, and I've got a dossier. I've got file cabinets, accordion folders. I've got dossiers.
Screen caps.
Yeah.
Text.
Wotang.
So
Photos.
it's so
Yeah.
crazy that people will be mad at me because like there's one clip you could say like, oh, and you're out here just virtue saying this. Well, actually, if you watch like the next minute, because I post a clip, but if you watch the episode, you'd see in the next minute I sort of explain the opposite of what you're thinking.
Yeah.
And
I've got context.
yeah.
There's context.
Context does matter, as it turns out. And yeah, recently I because the clip that definitely sort of has gotten the most views is where I saw a guy tried to break into my building. I caught him on camera, and then I saw him the next morning still stealing more stuff, stealing a bike, and I yelled at him, which was people are
legendary. It went viral. It went viral.
Yeah, it's still going right now. Somebody just followed me based on that, which is I'm oh man, the worst followers, guys with names like Garf. I've got Garf follows me now, and his comment was like, "Why didn't you chop his fucking hands off?" And his profile's like, "The nicest guy you'll ever meet, unless you cross my family or me." And it's like, okay, Garf,
or pull on my door or a bike that I don't own.
yeah. So that one was definitely the one that sort of. The algorithm now wants me to be that guy, and I'm aware of that, and I don't necessarily want to just be trying to game the system all the time. But if you're online, the name of the game is get views. Like, what am I doing online if I'm not trying to build views?
Yeah.
So yeah, basically, I made another video where I was actually just chasing a dog that got off leash. But I labeled it similar to my crime video.
Sure.
And I edited just a minute-long teaser of it where it was not clear what I was chasing. And yeah,
It's like, fuck yeah, he's going to kill another homeless guy.
Yeah, the guys, there's that. The amount of people being like, hey, narc, like, mind your goddamn business. I'm so tired of white people. Oh my God, you white people just overreacting stuff, trying to get people worked up in the village. And it's like, hey man, if you just watch the next 10 seconds and people are like, I'm not watching your stupid ass video. I'm like, well then you're giving me the win because I know you're wrong because you didn't care enough as a hater to do your goddamn research.
Yeah.
And then even beyond that, like people, okay, you're not going to click on a link which would answer all your questions. I just at this point, I let it run for a few days. It got like 30,000 views, and then I made the follow-up video where it revealed it was a dog.
Sure.
And I almost tagged every one of the people who called me a narc or whatever. It's like, hey, you don't even have to click anywhere else now. It's here for you. But of course, they're never going to look because they're bad haters.
Yeah.
You gotta be an informed hater. You have to
You really do
the work, and then it allows you to just that elephant graveyard which we've been talking about.
Yeah,
which
totally.
I honestly don't care about. It's just too long. I don't need to see anybody's hour-long takedown.
No,
but like,
it is long.
What makes that guy so good is how informed he is.
Yeah,
right. Like
100%.
You can tell he was almost maybe a fan of these comedians at some point because that's the only way you could hate that much is it has to come from a place of love.
Betrayal.
Yeah, betrayal. Yeah.
For quick context, Elephant Graveyard is a guy who's doing pretty long form, kind of poetic takedowns of the Austin comedy scene. Joe Rogan, David Lucas, the Rogan sphere, really.
Evil comedy.
Evil comedy,
yeah.
who he says is actually rotting the actual comedy scene in there. He's doing pretty good work, and he's catching on.
He gets tons of views.
He gets tons of views.
That again, if you're posting something, that is what you're posting it for, right? To be seen. So like that's almost the only metric that matters. So I would say he's killing it.
And he's not chasing any dogs.
No, he didn't have to pretend to chase a dog or nothing. But what he did do is there's another way you can manipulate the views in the world, which is that he's tagging onto he's riding. Yep. I don't want to say riding coattails, but yeah, like if you go after Rogan, you immediately are going to get another set of eyeballs. About maybe 1 million or 1 billion eyeballs. I don't know how many people are aware of Rogan and love him, and that's what he's doing.
But he only goes as far. His videos, I think that this comes full circle. But his videos do as well as they do because, like you said, he's an informed hater.
Yes, exactly.
So
Yeah,
even if you like Rogan, you're like,
Yeah.
like he might change your mind a little bit on some stuff that not full. Across the board, you might not be like, oh my God, I feel disenfranchised with comedy as a whole. But you might leave the video being like, oh yeah, that's a rude thing to say. Well, why do they keep saying that?
And ironically, because he's doing that, like I'm sure he's got his own haters because but like those people, they're gonna watch his videos even more than the other people because they want to see how wrong he is going after their hero. It's like when Howard Stern was blowing up, I guess I know this from the biopic, so maybe that's not the most credible thing, but I mean, it would have to be basically. There's a scene in the biopic where he's going over his numbers with the broadcast, and they're saying, "Well, the people who like you, they listen to you for about an hour a day." And he's like, "Well, what about the people who don't like me?" He's like, "They listen to you for about 3 hours a day."
Exactly.
So that's kind of the way it works.
Actually, one thing I thought was interesting, especially on that video where you confront this thief / homeless dude, was you were kind of getting shit from both sides. Like there was,
absolutely,
there's the harsh guys who were like, I would have kicked his fucking ass, and then there's other people who are like, leave him alone.
Yeah, this isn't solving the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hilarious that those are the two ends of that I got both ends of the spectrum. I should take some pride in that
because I thought it was a fair takedown. You were just like, you suck at this. Stay away from my building.
To be absolutely clear, like the people saying I would have cut his hands off. No, you wouldn't have. Or if you would, then you're the problem. Like at the end of the day, I've realized I should have stopped. I did too much calling him a homeless guy. We don't know that he was homeless. I kept saying I yelled at a homeless guy. I yelled at a bike thief first and foremost. He could have had a home. But you know, so let's be clear. People saying you should have cut his hands off. No, you shouldn't have. Is it a problem? Is it not nice when your stuff is taken? Yes, but you don't. And also, you're this tough guy, Garf. You're gonna roll around this street. Teach me. I think I told Garf like, oh, teach me how to fight like you. Like I troll the comments. I try and keep them going.
Yeah.
So like that end is just a terrible take, and then the other end being like, you know, you're not really solving the problem here, and what we need is compassion. Like, yes, obviously, I realize this isn't how you solve homeless. Do you understand that all I was trying to do in that moment was make him not want to come around my building? He'd been breaking into my building for months, and as angry as I sound in that, and I guess I'm not gonna say I wasn't actually angry, but like I promise you, like pretty actually calm and like all I was trying to do was make a scene and repeatedly call him an idiot, and people are like, you're not being compassionate. Like, this guy doesn't care how mean I am to him.
I'm not running for counselor.
I mean nothing to him. When I call him an idiot, it's just because I'm trying to make a spectacle, and he's not going to go home and oh, I'm not an idiot. You know, like he doesn't care either. We both know what game is. I'm trying to make
show him how good I can steal.
So that because like yes, there are ways to solve homelessness, but like I wasn't going to be able to do any of those in that moment. All I could do in that moment was try and make his life so inconvenient that he would not come around again.
Yeah, totally.
And he hasn't. I mean, he hasn't come around my building, but I actually saw him in Safeway a few days later in the village, so like 30 seconds away, and I did more or less the same thing.
Getting them steaks. Oh, you did? Oh, you confirmed it again?
I think I put it in the thread. But basically, he was walking past me. I was at self-checkout, and also I will say that people saying, "Oh, you should have just like fought him." It's like, well, that could go wrong so many ways.
That could really go wrong.
But also, I'll say this. In the moment, like I clocked pretty quickly. Like he's not a mangy homeless guy.
No,
I found his Facebook.
And he might have a home.
He might have a home.
Have a home.
Basically, he was within a few years like a bodybuilder, and like even on that day, I was like, I don't love if this guy does there was like a minute before I started filming where I wanted to have my hands free because I didn't know if he was going to do anything, and if he did, I wasn't sure how it would go because he has some muscle to him.
Yeah, this is not some strung out. This guy was fit.
Oh, he's on his way to being strung out for sure.
Sure,
but anyway, blah blah blah. Basically, he's not a non-zero threat in any. Sure, and I'm not one of these tough guys like I can handle. I don't know what I can handle. I don't know if I can handle a man who's desperate.
Yeah,
you know. So
he has less to lose than you.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that day I filmed. I was braiding him for like a minute first, which I described what I said to him, which was actually pretty funny. But then it got to the point, which is you see on video, where well, I am proud of the line where he says, "You don't know my problems." I do know your problem. You're a fucking idiot. I thought that was a good saying.
Great.
But I saw him in Safeway a few days later. He was walking towards me. I was at self-checkout. Again, I'm not really sure what it takes for this guy to lunge. So he was coming, and I just went,
"What it takes for him to lunge?"
Yeah. So I did first. I was like, "Hey, you're that guy who steals stuff." And he didn't react, but he was getting close to me, and I could tell he was just going to try and ghost me. So I just started. Then I laid down. I was like, "Yeah, you steal bikes. You break into buildings." At this point, security, people are looking, so I'm saying it loud. And just as he cleared me, I went, "Yeah, you're a real piece of shit." And he kind of went like 10 feet further, put his stuff down, and then walked out.
He's like, "Man, please, okay? I'm just trying to live my life."
Hey, man,
to me, that's a better deterrent in my community. Like people talk about, like, "Oh, we got to defund the police and work as a community." It's like that's what that is.
Yeah.
Someone
be out and everybody
someone
take
doing
accountable.
crime.
Yeah,
and you're out there going, "Not in my fucking neighborhood, bitch."
Yeah.
But they want it in some different way where you like rub his back and give you Mr. Beast gift him a bike.
Yeah.
And now he has a bike and he doesn't have to steal anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, you solved it. You did it. Oh, you should be the prime minister of the whole fucking universe.
It
would
is
be nice. It'd be a nice world if that was possible. When he was at Safeway, that was just yes, I could have let him take his food from Safeway, but also they're loading up. It's like, man, I feel bad for the checkout ladies there. I'm there every day because I have the lifestyle of a comedian. I can go visit, buy one banana, and just kill time. And
eating the banana.
Talk to the checkout ladies. They all the checkout ladies. If there's like a hot deal, like they tip me off now.
Sure,
they know.
Yeah, man.
Inside.
I got the plug. Yeah. So these sweet ladies, I've seen guys load up shopping carts full of food and then use them as battering rams to get through them.
That's true.
So like there has to be, when people say you're a narc if you stop someone stealing from Safeway. Like I get it. It's not a victimless crime though. At the end of the day.
If they're going out, if they're going hands full stealing, all good.
Sure.
Anything baby supply, baby food, you're
Sure.
good.
Yeah.
Cleaning supplies, I don't mind either. Like deodorants and things like that. Yeah, I don't want you to stink. That's actually good.
Arm and Hammer, sure.
But yeah, once you got the street tank out, the battering ram shopping cart,
Yeah,
I
totally.
don't want the,
I've seen that a few times, and less so now that they're doing more police, and that's a tricky thing to say because I know ACAB or whatever, but like police, they're never gonna stop all the crime.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, I do believe the increased police presence has cut down on the that style of shoplifting. which must be a relief to the checkout ladies who I'm all friends with.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I
totally,
can't
yeah.
be-
And cops are chill. They'll smoke weed with you.
That's, that's
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Aiden. That's
Yeah,
the
we were
headline.
saying Aiden McCluskey was in last week from Minnesota and couldn't believe that the cops wanted to smoke weed with him because, where he's from, they killed George Floyd.
Yeah. Different vibes up here.
Yeah, and when I laugh at that, I mean, you know how I'm laughing at it. It's bad.
Hey, did you get any clapback from your interview on CBC at all? Any haters?
Oh yeah,
coming-
tons.
Really?
Well, I shouldn't say tons, but two very specific commenters with one very specific train of thought, which was, "Don't film the homeless. You're being a piece of shit by filming the vulnerable." Which I've covered this now too. I just did my own trash talk in Lethbridge, so I was on my own for an hour, so I kind of got into it. But I think we can all agree it's pretty common sense and human decency. Yes, you don't just film the homeless for lulz. You know,
Yeah,
like
no.
these people were acting as if I created bum fights.
Yeah.
And in fact, like I was on an interview, I was being interviewed about a very specific problem, which was crime in the village, of which the church is a central part of the discussion because they run a homeless shelter.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily think they're right, but the people who complain about the church think that that's that brings people to the village, whatever.
Sure.
So the point I was just trying to make is that no one lives closer to the church than me. Right outside my front door, that's the church. And it does lead to some crazy things happening. You know, like
Yeah.
the B-roll I used was there was a guy who was clearly just having a full crisis and he was pounding on the door because this might be, I don't have problems with the services. I have problems that they're not well funded enough that at 3 o'clock it's just like, all right, you've had lunch, get the hell out of here. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, well, they're not maybe ready to leave, and when they go out your front door, it's my front door. So
Yeah.
can we?
And now they have energy.
yeah, now they're fueled.
You fueled them
Yeah.
up.
All right, hobos, you got your sandwich. Off to Mike's place.
Yeah,
We're
so
all
I
out of kratom.
I used B-roll of a guy that I saw from my window who was freaking out, and it's funny because the firefighters were just like 50 yards away, just waiting for him to tire himself out. Which I understand why they have to do that. That probably is the best way to do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't just go crack his skull or something, but it's a funny situation when I'm at home and for 30 minutes I can hear this going on. I'm just like, this is what we're all cool with this.
Yeah, man.
And then there was a woman who was literally snorting drugs off like the stairs, and you can't really see it in the video, but anyway, she was there for a long time. I had to ask her to leave, and she just had to finish snorting. But those were the clips I used, and somebody said, "Don't film the homes." I'm like, "Okay, I'm trying to articulate a point here about what the situation actually is." And it's funny because the video is about 90 seconds, and that was the first 15 seconds, and then the rest of the video is me saying obviously very positive things. Like, I'm not an idiot. I knew what I was doing when I made the statement, so I was kind of, making sure to be very positive. On an interview, by the way, where they wanted me to be negative.
Yeah.
I know for a fact they wanted me to be like, the village has never been scarier, and crime is rampant and blah blah blah. And I admitted I've seen crime. I also made it clear, violent crime is the big topic of conversation.
Yeah.
This girl just got stabbed there, and I did make it clear that the most of the violent crime I've seen is between the unhoused. Like,
Sure.
that's where the violence is mostly happening. And
Yeah, homeless beefs.
yes,
They're fighting over the house.
fighting over, they're fighting. Man, I saw a girl whip a guy with a bike chain.
Damn, dude.
Repeatedly.
That's
yeah.
pretty good. That's a good weapon.
It's a
I never
great
thought about
weapon.
that.
It's a merciless
school.
weapon. Yeah.
Wow.
And they were clearly just having some sort of domestic dispute. And the guy, to his credit, didn't clap back. He took licks.
He's like, I had it coming. Yeah, I'm not
Why
going
do
to
you
get
do
into it.
that? He was mad, but he held himself back, and she was just lashing him with the bike chain.
But you think CBC was like, oh, hell yeah, we got our anti-homeless guy here. Let's
I
get
don't think they wanted an anti-homeless guy. I think they wanted someone to say crime is terrifying, and I've never been more terrified, and that's honestly not the truth.
Yeah.
I did admit that, like, there was a point in 2023 where I did feel like we had been abandoned in the village, and there was a moment where I told my girlfriend, like, let's be clear, like, when you're coming over the bridge, when you're coming into the village, like, what are you doing? Like, you don't have your headphones in, right? Like, tell me you're kind of super alert, because that's how it was starting to feel. I wasn't too afraid for myself, but I was more afraid for her.
Oh.
But it was just like,
Osborne Village post COVID was fucking Amsterdam for a while.
it was, yeah,
And
it was bad. And I've been living there since 2019, had lots of interactions with the people, like, from the church or just around, like, setting up camp underneath my stairs or whatever, and having to move people out. And I will say, like, up until then, I had mostly fine interactions, and I had a pretty standard template, which was, I'd say, hey, I'm sorry, I know you don't have anywhere to be, but, like, this also isn't the place to be. Like, this walkway you're kind of on, like, we use this all the time to get our garbage in and out. And, like, if you just need to chill out here and finish, bandaging your feet or whatever, like, cool, but, like, please just try and clean up.
Yeah.
I would say I'd lead with, I'm sorry you have no place to be. I understand that, but this also can't be the place for you to be.
Sure.
And yeah, a lot of people would just take it and move on. In 2023, in 1 week, I had a woman smoking No, she was huffing in the stairwell into the parkade. Like, you can only get into the parkade kind of this way, and she was huffing, and I was actually trying to rent my parking spot. So I was with a girl who was like, "This is a great place to park your car." This lady's huffing, and I went, "Hey, I'm sorry, I know you don't have anywhere to be, but you can't be here." She's like, "I don't care." And I was like, "Whoa, that's new behavior." And then like a few days later, guys were on the downstairs steps. I was upstairs. I look down the balcony. I see a guy with his gal, and they've got a little paraphernalia set up, and he's got a porno mag open on his lap. Nice. And I yelled down, like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I know you don't have anywhere to be, but this isn't the space." And he goes, "Yeah, give me 10 minutes." And I was like, "Whoa, to come?" Like, and yeah, so I ran downstairs, like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. And fortunately, he had just moved on. But yeah, in 2023, it was not only were you seeing more of it, it felt just like edgier, where they were sort of like, no, this is my place to be.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I respect you're not in a
Who
good
the
position.
fuck are you?
Like,
I can come wherever I want.
Yeah, I disagree that this is
I would have told that lady, I would have said, if you let me just rent this parking spot, then this lady's going to park her car there and you can huff so much exhaust. There's going to be more exhaust, actually, if you let me rent
Let me close this deal. Let me close this deal. You're going to get some extra.
This is good for both of us.
Fumes out of this.
Lady, we're both gonna eat here, okay? Her car's full of gas.
Both going to get our nut, lady.
Yeah.
But
Come on.
anyway, podcast is fun. I am getting to do it a bit more on the road now, so I'm hoping that just doing it in different places creates the impression I am already very successful and touring the country, and that somebody gives me a travel-based show where I can just pick up trash. Because I actually do love picking up trash. I love doing it with guests and with Chloe. It's fun, but dude, I did it alone on my own before it was a show, and I just love popping in the headphones, covering some ground, filling those buckets.
You're gonna be that YouTuber. You're like, hey, we're in Ottawa this week. I'm kicking the shit out of the homeless here. Stay tuned next week. We're in Brandon. We're gonna kick the shit out of some.
Week here, yeah.
Next week it's Diwali. I'm looking forward to that.
What's your favorite trash?
You
to
walked
find?
around. It's fucking Diwali.
Cans are pretty gratifying. Big King cans. Twisted teas are, as I always say, the most littered cans. So just racking up twisted teas in a day. But honestly, it's the novelties are more fun. Like, it's hard to describe. Like, one time I picked up an empty 2.6 of vodka and like a coconut that had been sliced in the park, and it was just like, what were you guys doing?
Water.
You know, yeah, like
Yeah, fucking tropical. That's what we're doing.
If you like pina coladas, like, whoa, they really wanted.
Homeless people have tiki night too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no saying they're homeless. Again, I've got to move away from constantly address, because again, the bike thief might have had a home, and whoever was drinking that vodka coconut might have had a home as well.
True.
That always makes me think of that Chris Lock joke, perfect joke. I don't know if he was homeless, but if he did, it was messy.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not saying he didn't have a home, but if he did, it was messy.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Great joke.
Great joke.
Unbelievable.
I've said it to other people.
What about? I mean, you pick up a lot of cans and bottles and shit, but what about like syringes, condoms?
Oh yeah, I mean, I picked up two. I picked up two today.
Syringes?
Yeah, 2 syringes. What's great is now, I always knew that you were meant to do it in a proper way, but I don't know, I couldn't be bothered. If they had needles in them, I would tell Danny, the guy who runs it, and I think
the needle guy, he loves them.
Yeah,
He'll try any needle.
If they didn't, I honestly, I've said this before. I don't think I understand syringes, because most of the ones I found, they don't have the needle anymore, and I don't really understand.
I think they keep that.
And if they don't, then I don't know if it doesn't have a needle, I don't see why it matters what I do with it. So I would pick those up and just put it in my bucket and then put it in a dumpster. But now I have a Sharps container from Michaela Smart Brows, great local. Her business is Michaela Smart Brows on Osborne, and she's a tattoo artist. So she was like, "I love your show."
Tim, bleep that. She's not paying us.
She's not paying.
No free plugs on this show,
you can
buddy.
bleep. But she's great, and she gave me a Sharps container, which now I've realized, once you have one, I do my walk, I put my needles in it, and then I take it to Shoppers, and I give it, and they give me a fresh one, and they do whatever they do.
Oh,
with the
sick.
needle. So
Okay,
now I've got a
nice.
system. But yeah, that, condoms. I mean, I wouldn't say I see too many used condoms or open condoms, but like condom wrappers.
Condom
for
wrappers.
Sure, yeah. And it was funny, in Lethbridge this week, I picked up a ton. There was a goddamn orgy prep station.
Spot.
Safe orgy. That's good.
I put it in my bucket, and then I was trying to dump, and they didn't have big bins, so I was doing it, and I dumped all the condoms back out. I picked up the same condoms twice in one day, which felt I on the cast.
bad do you want it?
Yeah, I was like, what is my life? Why am I picking up the same condoms twice? You know,
A load that didn't want to go.
Oh, sorry.
And don't ever fucking hit the table again. Also, then
Keep that in the podcast too. Actually, we should imagine the whole podcast was us just doing that, just like
housekeeping.
little housekeeping.
that's the
Stuff like
that's
that.
the Patreon.
Watch that
Yeah, it's the
elbow
Patreon.
on the
I'm
mic.
considering going to a Patreon, because like I do these clips and they get average a few thousand, some go up to 5 if it's a crime based one where it goes wild and goes over 10K or whatever. But the views, again, I was saying since I've gone to Spotify and YouTube, it's like the views disappeared off YouTube, but they haven't shown up on Spotify. Could also be just a coincidence, and I had a few episodes and that it dropped off because people got less excited. I don't know, but I am almost thinking like I might just do clips on Instagram and then put up the full episodes on a Patreon and say, look, if all you want from this is the clips, guess what? They're never going to stop. So you can just see them on my page, whatever. But if you actually like what I'm doing and you kind of like the ASMR angle of just like the calm talking and walking,
Sure.
then give me $5 a month and you can watch full episodes,
Yeah.
Like,
if I could make one suggestion about the podcast, all right, it would be this. You need to go in the way of other YouTubers and start manufacturing drama, okay? Start hiring actors.
Oh, yeah, I'll play a
bricks
homeless
of
guy.
cocaine. Yeah, totally. I'll play a homeless guy, beat the shit out of me.
before I hired somebody to be an outright stooge or plant or whatever you call it, I think I would start staging more exciting garbage. Okay. That would be the way to
that's
game the
good.
system,
Oh shit! It's a golden Fabergé egg.
Yeah. Whoa! Everybody should be out here doing this.
It's Pawn Stars now? Hell yeah.
Juicing the garbage would be the way I would be dishonest about it. I don't want to say I've thought about it in a way that I do, but what I've thought about is that it would be cool to do like a scavenger hunt or like a bingo card to encourage people to do it. But I realize as soon as you have the bingo card, people will just plant the garbage. Like you can't have anything nice. If you incentivize it, people will take advantage. So.
100%.
That's how you bring the homeless community back into it. You pay them as like referees, like on a golf course. They walk around, make sure nobody's dropping garbage to then recover.
It'd be
and say,
so
"I
easy
found
to
this."
buy off those homeless though.
And that's then you're helping.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Then you're
You're
actually
right.
helping.
Self-sustaining economy. Self-sustaining economy. Yeah.
I mean, you've traveled. How does Winnipeg rank in terms of like being a dirty city? Is this a shit? I feel like it's a shithole sometimes when I'm walking through it, and I don't know if it's a bigger shithole, but I feel like I've been to downtown Portland, downtown Seattle. They looked cleaner than Winnipeg does.
Yeah, we're maybe like slightly above average dirty, but also like, have you been traveling recently?
Kind of recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were.
I was in Seattle not too
that's-
long ago. Yeah.
I think that the world we haven't recovered from the COVID, and every downtown is that sort. It's like last year I was in Austin, and dude, 6th Street is wild. Just to see like that amount of people going about enjoying it, like literally right next to the homeless and people, like they were a mess. I was in Toronto picking up trash right downtown. It wasn't that bad. I was pretty impressed with Toronto actually, because even I went out to the Junction, which was like a suburban neighborhood where Chris Locke lived. Very funny comic that we already plugged his joke.
Yeah,
and that area was pretty clean, and then downtown wasn't even as wild as I thought it would be, considering how many people are there.
Yeah.
Lethbridge, the park that I cleaned, was pretty wild. You could tell it was like sort of a communal.
What kind?
The what?
What kind of people live there?
Yeah. Well, look, the people who are making a community in a park is what's happening. Yeah.
Traveling vagrants.
Hey, did you see? Speaking of this, sort of tangentially, did you see the police executed a search warrant on one of the encampments?
No.
Oh, they did.
What do you mean I need a warrant?
Yeah.
Door,
Where's
brother.
the door? Yeah. Let me in. Yeah.
Warrants hinge on
That's crazy.
hinges.
No,
You
yeah,
gotta have
You
hinges.
gotta have hinges.
Yeah, no, the guy had like a shit ton of stolen bikes, and the
Yeah.
cops were like, let's go get some of these bikes or like get this bike thief. But he does live in a homeless encampment. They treaded carefully. They got a search warrant for his tent. And I want to know what address they put on the goddamn search warrant
That is
and how they knocked.
good protocol by them, I guess, because what if you don't get the paperwork done and then you find 50 bikes, but it's all inadmissible.
True.
Yeah,
So
even
I
worse.
guess-
What if you find 50 bikes and you realize that guy's a lawyer?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, I think we're like a medium dirty town. We have a decent amount of bins. That's one thing I've realized. I don't know how the other towns don't have more garbage, because when I was in downtown Toronto, it was hard to find a bin to do my big dumps.
Oh,
We got
yeah.
more BPP bins per person.
Yeah, our BPP is high.
Tim,
but-
can we get the BPP stats
Yeah,
right here?
it's throw
Thank
it
you.
Right here.
Hovering
BPP.
graphic. Actually, let's get a BPP
Scroll.
ticker.
Let's get a scroll. Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, okay. I didn't hear about the search warrant in the encampments, but this is the thing I wanted to mention before the podcast. You said save it.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Better be good.
Dude, the arsons.
Oh, yeah.
Like the
what
arsons,
hell?
like are
The arsons are going crazy, dude.
Should we all
Cut
be
it
afraid?
out.
Yeah.
I think we should all be afraid. Like it's the Exchange Event Center.
Yeah.
got firebombed, and I saw one picture. Like you can see on the Moz side in the smaller room, you can see the sky.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't know exactly.
If you're watching
that-
this from outside Winnipeg, just quick context, someone is going through our historic exchange district, lighting buildings on fire, like it's going out of
and
style.
there's rumors of a protection racket. There's rumors that about a
Not
week
even
before.
rumors. There's
yeah,
video
there's
of
videos,
these
yeah.
guys walking in and shaking down the business owners.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's saying,
really?
Yeah, it's $1,000, and that's what I was gonna say specifically because you were sort of doing Sopranos voice when you were doing Diwali.
Fucking
before this.
Diwali over here.
And I said last night at the Toad, I brought up The Sopranos, which always feels funny when you're out in the world as a guy. Like, hey, have you guys all seen The Sopranos? And these girls are like, no. It was the girls who run Must Be the Place. They know me, so they accept my foibles. But yeah,
It's that
or they don't
Sopranos
accept.
guy.
Honestly, one of them's okay with me. One of them is sick of me. But
Yeah, when
it's
you
not like-
leave, they go, that homeless guy keeps coming in
yeah,
here.
look, I'm buying balonies. I don't know what else I got to do. I'm sorry, I'm not your cool Gen Z following, but I'm here for the baloney and I'm paying. So
he was
give me
here
a
till
break.
3 a.m. talking about someone named Multisanti.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, I was because the fire bombings came up, and I brought up that's one of my all-time favorite Soprano scenes is they try and do the protection racket on a Starbucks.
Oh, yeah,
And
that's right.
They sort of go in and say, we're a local community advocates, and we like to keep things off the books. So you pay us $500, and we add security that the police can't add. And the manager goes, "Oh well, I just don't have any discretionary funds. Like I'd have to, send it up to corporate." And they go, "Well, how would corporate feel if say a brick went through the window?" And
Yeah.
they're like, "Honestly." They have like 10,000 stores in North America alone. I don't think they'll feel it at all,
Yeah.
And yeah, they just basically hit this wall where the
What
guy's
if an
like,
employee was assaulted?
yeah, what
Even
if
a
a manager?
manager?
Yeah, and these guys like every fucking bean is in the system. He just has to level. Like if I fuck up, if something's wrong, they'll fire me, and there'll be a different guy next week. And that's how they.
And they're like, it's over for the little guy.
Yeah.
Totally.
Every fucking bean is in the system.
I'm gonna start running that racket with younger comics. I'm gonna be like, for $500 a month, I'll get you spots. I'll make sure you got spots.
I thought you
They're
were
not
gonna say
be
for $500 a month, I won't firebomb you.
good. Personally beat the shit out of you.
But yeah, we are in the midst of something crazy right now. It's actually scary. Like, I don't know if somebody. This is what I was saying before about cops. Like, if somebody has it in their mind to do something like that, it doesn't really matter how many cops. You can assure that you'll catch them. I've even heard about this about president. If you really, I shouldn't. Oh boy, we're gonna get
Algorithm shot.
Well, look, if you apparently they acknowledge that if you really want to kill the president, they can't stop you. The best they can do is guarantee immediate mutual destruction.
Sure.
Like, we'll get you the second you get him.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if somebody has it in their mind to firebomb 5 buildings in a night and they just like, I'm just going to commit to it and I don't care if I go down after.
Yeah.
I don't think you
There's
can
not-
stop them.
no.
Like, unless the police have line of sight on them when they do it, and then it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like if that's what people want to be doing right now, I mean, Jesus.
If that's what you want to be doing too, we got tickets for Rumors Comedy Club.
Winner firebombs the business and
Yeah.
sends us a picture of them firebombing
Yeah.
the business.
Tag
No, don't
at
do that.
Nate Craig.
No,
Don't
Yeah.
do that for legal purposes. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. That was a
Don't,
joke.
please. And whoever's doing it, please stop. I don't
Stop.
think you realize
Stop.
it's like it's such a scary, serious thing.
Yeah.
And the stakes and it's so you Molotov something, like you just do it and run, and then it's done, and
Yeah.
it's crazy, and like
Yeah, or may I suggest this, kind fellows, nice men that are doing this? Just back a truck into it.
yeah. Honestly, I'd feel
Do
bad.
that, and then feel good that fucks them up pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that you won't, injure anyone by. Well, I don't know if they care all that much.
Fire's just the fire is so wild that it could just
I
go out
know.
of control.
Fill it with
Like-
water. Do the opposite. Try to fill
Yeah.
it up like an aquarium.
And even this is really bad, but like pick a different neighborhood. I don't know, St. Vitel.
Well, I think they're
you
actually
know.
kind of like there was some stuff in the north end or something that had it happen too. So it's
Oh, really? Okay.
It's an issue.
They need to
Someone's-
leave the north end alone. They've got enough. They've been through
Yeah,
enough.
these people. I mean, put me on the case too. As I said, dossier guy. Like I feel like I could crack this case if I
You
was
should be a
empowered to
detective.
do it.
Yeah.
I've
Or
I
PI.
did find the bike thief. I have his Facebook and I sent
Yeah.
it to the detectives, and I don't think I said, look, everything I'm seeing from this guy. If you make a Smurf account of a babe and like you could easily get this guy to meet up. I'm just looking at his online persona, and this guy will meet a babe, no problem. And they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, we'll look into it.
So
Like, what's your
we
name?
don't have budget for babe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fake
sorry.
babes.
Like, what's your name? Garf.
yeah.
I'm here to meet the babe.
Yeah. Anyway, Garf. I'll see if I can find his profile because it is amazing. I mean, I pretty much described it to you guys as his, but
Yeah, Garf sounds hard as fuck.
He's
dude.
not though. He's just an old man with fantasies, and that's. I've gained 1,300 followers from that reel, and I would say 900 of them are just guys with fantasies.
It's called the battalion. You got
Yeah.
You got a little army. You need to be responsible with
As
that.
we said at the start, we're accumulating these armies of dummies that That's who you get first, and then hopefully after that you get some good people on your side.
We were just joking about that off the top, by the way. Our fans are not dummies. Garf is. You're not. We got
Yeah,
great
you're
fans.
no Garfs.
Yeah.
To be clear.
No, yeah. We have a exclusively non-Garf following.
Garf,
Yeah.
Chloe said this. Garf sounds like Amy Winehouse trying to say Garth. my friend Garf.
My friend Golf.
Yeah.
Except she ain't saying shit now because she's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, the English version of Garfield is Garfield.
That wasn't a dig on Amy Winehouse, by the way. I feel
It
bad
sounded
about you.
unnecessary.
Yeah,
like
that
a
was-
dig. I don't know where that
sounded
came
harsh.
from.
Tim,
How
cut
can
that.
she be the one if she's dead? That's from The Matrix.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
How can he be the one if he's dead?
Okay, well, one other thing worth mentioning, I guess, is that Mike is you're doing a special here also,
I am doing a special.
like our friend.
We're doing some great comedy
Spencer.
shows here. We're doing Wednesdays and Fridays every night here at Luci's. But yeah, there'll be a special Friday the 19th,
Yeah,
September 19th.
just one show,
2 shows.
2 shows,
2 shows.
Should be.
Nice.
one night. Yes, sorry,
Yeah.
How's the
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
that's perfect.
Sorry, how's the bucket show going? How's that
Great. I mean, every week people are coming out, and I honestly think that it's really good for the newer comics I've gotten to weasel into rotation too, to like be kind of trying to do a little bit of stuff off the cuff. And also it's good for the guys who show up and just wait. People lost all decorum around open mics in this city. These new guys, like I gave up after doing it for 10 years because post COVID, like the etiquette was just insane. These guys, for starters, you don't have to fucking message to sign up for, because they want to book their spots. How do I get on the show tonight? You show up, the show's at 8. You show up anytime before then and you sign up. And other than that, I can't help you. And I had to explain this to about 50 fucking people. So anyway, now
Let
it's
the
like,
rage
and
out.
it's still happening now. Like I had the dumbest sequence of messages. Like, how do I get on? It's like you sign up. Okay, what time's the show? I stopped answering. Like you can find. You don't need to ask me that,
there's
and
no
you shouldn't
way.
be asking me.
So wait, how do I get down to the venue though?
Yeah.
What are we talking?
It
Car?
sounds petty, but you guys have to understand how just like if you don't care enough to figure that out yourself, I shouldn't and can't help you. It's just how I feel. So, but now that we do this, then I make sure there's a couple spots a night, and people care enough to come and hang out and hope they get up. And if they don't, they're hanging out and watching the show. And I think that's actually making some of these newer comics understand what you got to do. You know?
Well, hang on though. I mean, what happens when I get on? So how are the people going to hear me? You got a mic or something? Where do I put my drink, Mike?
But yeah,
help me.
Bucket shows are good, and I take some pride too that we're filling up on a Wednesday, which is like not an easy thing to do.
Pretty good.
I send a lot of DMs. I harass a lot of anybody who's come to a show. Basically, I'm harassing them to come back out, and they are coming. They're having a good time. It's an easy sell though too, because this place is amazing. To say, I have a stock line. I say, hey, I'm doing a pop-up show at a cool location in the Exchange.
Yeah.
Immediately they're intrigued. And this is kind of still a pop-up, even though it's more or less an established place now.
It's been
but
popped.
It's been popped, but they don't need to know that. They need the
Yeah.
phrase secret. This is what I learned from producing the Don't Tells. The word secret is like, it just gets people so horned up.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. So I say, I got a cool pop-up show at a location in the Exchange. And they go, oh, what's going on? I say, it's Ashdown Market. So yeah, it's a cool location. And, it's behind the market. So you can buy food in the market and take it into the show. And
You are a
have nice time.
narc.
No, everything he
narc.
said was everything he was saying was correct. That you can buy food and drinks and beer and wine in the front at Ashdown Market.
True.
Yeah.
I will say this too. I feel like you're the undisputed champ of bringing out people to shows, and at least in the city. I ain't bringing a goddamn
None of
person.
you people even try.
My network's tapped, bro.
Is
I
it?
got nothing.
Do you try?
No.
When was the
And
last
I
time
never
you sent
will.
a DM?
Well, because here's the thing: people see a man pop up in their DM and they think this guy's he wants. Oh yeah, he's got a secret. Is it his penis?
Well, is that if that's the relationship you've cultivated with these people? Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, I'm like, hey, thanks for
At least with women.
I got a secret show for you. My name's Garf.
Yeah, but no, I try, and that's I'd say is 90% of the battle. A lot of you guys are out here going, we tried nothing, and I'm all out of ideas. And
that
that's
is
going
it.
good. But yeah, Friday the 19th, we'll do the taping here, which I'm really looking forward to, and it's going to be the first time I actually recorded something like this, so that'll be good. And I feel like it's happening at a good time where my content, not that this is why I got into comedy, but this is an element of doing comedy now. I'm already generating content through Trash Talk. So
yeah.
I've kind of greased the algorithm by just constantly
Yes.
posting pics of me picking up
Yeah.
garbage. So now it's ready. It's primed. If oh God, I did that. I feel so bad doing it.
It's Brian.
It's primed. Yeah.
Tim,
but
leave that in.
It's ready for me to record some stuff and get some juicy clips, nice looking clips. So we have a professional production company doing it. And then I'll be able to post that. And I also at this point, I'll say this. If I had to quit comedy because Trash Talk went so well, see you guys. It's been fun. I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
doing that, and I can be funny on that as well. But what I am is a stand-up, and I love stand-up. So yes, it'd be nice to be running some clips that are stand-up soon, as opposed to just.
You can
pick up
picture a
trash.
world where you pick up so much trash, it's your whole job.
I could.
Hey man, I got a job you're gonna love.
Dude.
Well, to be clear, I want to do it for about 2 hours a day with my friends.
While riffing.
While
Sure.
riffing, yeah. I don't need to be hanging off the back of the truck, and I respect the people who do. But
Just hanging
you
on the
caught
back
me,
of a
yeah,
garbage
TJ, you
truck.
caught me,
I
yeah.
made it.
Look, you got a
Hell
segment to
yeah.
do or something. We fucking
No,
let's
well
get to
maybe
a
not. We
segment.
might have run out of time to do the segment.
I want
How
to
are
do a
we at
segment.
now?
Everybody gets to do a segment. I don't get to do a segment.
All right, you can do a
well.
segment. This is an interesting one that crosses, I guess, with it's just a guy that wanted to do good. It's got nothing to do with homeless people. Duff Roblin, you know Duff Roblin?
Created the
I-
fucking floodway.
Yeah,
I know the
inventor of
name.
the floodway. He was premier, and he was like, dude, we should set up what if we set up a ditch around? Well, other people called it a ditch. He was like, I gotta set this up after the 1950 flood, which obviously fucked shit up
Yeah.
bad all across Winnipeg. It says over 70 to 100,000 people were evacuated, and about 10,000 homes were damaged or destroyed, and it stands as Canada's largest ever evacuation.
I didn't know that. That was a 1950 flood.
The 1950 flood, yeah.
So when
which
did he build the
was-
floodway?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. That leads us to segment 2. He was leading the progressive conservatives and, championed this diversion channel to route floodwaters around the city. His opponents immediately were calling it Duff's Ditch.
Duff's Ditch. You see that? It doesn't matter what it is. People in this city, there'll be a large portion be like, fucking a ditch? Are you kidding me? What a waste of money.
I'm seeing on your screen, they also called it Duff's Folly, which I love that too.
That's less catchy.
It's less
Yeah.
catchy, but it's more poetic.
I
Yeah.
guess so. I don't know. Duff's Ditch. It's got a nice tone to it.
Yeah.
Like Wobb's Waterfall.
All
What is that?
waste of money.
Yeah, they're not as clever when it comes to being racist. That's for sure. They're harder anyway. So
Duff's Diwali.
Duff's Diwali.
Brought it back.
Did it full circle. So he's the guy who was responsible for the floodway.
Yeah, so they dismissed it, saying that it's like, likening it to building pyramids. Just being like, nice, man. So you're going to just fucking tear out a little for funsies?
Yeah. Oh, you want to dig a hole with your little Tonka trucks, Duff?
Which
Get
is
the fuck
funny,
out of
because
here.
that's even after they just had this massive flood.
Yeah.
So it's like, they're still like, what a dumb idea.
They're wringing out their shoes, going, we need a floodway.
Really nice
More
hole you
budget
dug
for
there.
sandbags.
Jesus.
Bigger sandbags. More sandbags.
But hey, I mean, what did it actually? I mean, I know it did a lot, but '97 we got whacked again. It didn't. They didn't dig it.
Didn't that
deep
flood
enough?
happen? Oh no, yeah, I guess that because I was going to say it was the snow melting, but I guess that it was everything.
We'll get there. So he was able to
Okay,
form a floodway advisory board to oversee the design and execution of this thing, despite people kind of pushing back and being like, it's dumb, it's bad, what a waste of money. I mean, it cost $63 million,
Pennies.
which was under budget. Began in 1962 and finished in 1968. So it was under budget and ahead of schedule. So
That never happens.
Yeah, he
That's
was
pretty
jacking
good.
off on the critics, going,
yeah.
fill the
Okay.
flood with my cum.
Yeah.
It was 48 kilometers, between 213 to 304 meters wide, and between 9 to 12 meters deep, obviously, just depending what point of the floodway. They moved 76.5 cubic meters of excavation overall. It's the second largest project globally at the time, behind only the Panama Canal.
Oh hell yeah! Where'd they move it to?
The Earth?
Yeah.
Not just over.
It doesn't seem. You said it was like hundreds of kilometers long, and they moved 67
47 kilometers.
47 kilometers,
Yeah.
and you only moved 67 cubic meters of earth. That seems.
Oh, Greener's
Crazy.
doing
Well,
the
because
math.
it was
Well, I don't
304 meters wide also. So that's pretty good.
That seems. I just feel like it should have been like
More Earth, you're saying?
more earth. Yeah.
Okay.
But I guess I don't. I've never dug a ditch, so I don't
Cubic
know.
meter is a lot of dirt, though.
Cubic meter is a lot of dirt, but
Once you cube it.
so is 140 kilometers and
47 only.
47.
You keep adding 100.
Yeah, I know. Right, yeah,
I want it bigger.
yeah.
Your idea would have been shit on. They would have been like, that's too big.
Yeah.
We don't need it
That
to
would have been Mike's mistake for sure. That would have been the press would have had a field day with that, and they would have been right. That would have been.
Mayor Green, we're hitting bedrock here. We got. There's no more
Greener's
dirt.
More Earth, more cubic meters,
Sir, there's,
deeper
sir, there's lava coming from the ground.
again.
to the core.
Okay, all right. So fuck me. I don't know Earth.
Okay, so it was first used in 1969, and it immediately proved its worth, protecting Winnipeg during floods throughout the 70s and beyond. Became affectionately known as Duff's Ditch at that point. They were like, oh, yeah, cool.
Thanks,
like
Duff.
we were
Yeah.
saying,
Fucking haters.
Duff's, like we were saying, Duff's Ditch. So cool.
Wow.
Yeah, transforming the joke into a badge of pride. By 2001, it was designated a National Historic Site for civil engineering and praised as an engineering marvel. And estimates say it's prevented over $40 billion in flood damage.
Good return on investment.
Great
Nice.
return.
Yeah,
That's
not bad.
as of 2011 dollars. So add a couple
Trillion now.
B's to that. Yeah.
See, that's what you need for trash talk. You need a clever slogan like Green's Gaff or something like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Where it's where you punched a homeless guy, and then it turns out that guy was a serial killer, and everyone's like, "Hey, Green's Gaff."
Green's Gaff, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you need. Sorry, I derailed it.
1997. No,
100%,
you're good. This
go
brings
ahead.
us to 1997,
Nice.
the flood of the century. 1997, a once-in-a-century flood tested the limits. The floodway's design capacity was nearly exceeded, and officials temporarily bypassed legislative constraints to protect the city. Had it failed, they say downtown Winnipeg, including Portage and Main, would have been under several meters of water.
Oh, Duff's
Which is
Folly.
Crazy to imagine now. Like, imagine standing at the middle of Portage and Main,
water.
and the water's above your head across like that whole intersection. It's a
That's
shitload of water.
insane to fathom.
That
That's
is
like end
crazy.
of days stuff.
Yeah.
And that's including the fact that, like, if obviously this had been breached, so the water's filling the ditch and then also all of the city sort of thing. So pretty crazy. That event prompted massive expansion. So between 2005 and 2010, they raised the capacity significantly enough to handle a 1 in 700 year flood.
Oh shit,
Yep.
dude.
So the prophecy foretells that 600 more years from now, they will expand it once more.
Look out, people of 2666.
Or I mean, it sounds like about every 50 years. Like they may call it a 1 in 600, but basically, like we had 1950 and we had 97. So I mean, could be in about 20 years we're gonna get another one.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah,
It'd be nice. Wash the streets clean.
It's a great reset.
Wash the streets clean.
Totally, the Great Reset.
You know, I'll admit this. When I was a kid, I thought the purpose of the sandbags when it came to fighting floods was to soak up water.
Wait, hold on. I am.
Green's Gaff.
Explain.
Yeah, I'd see people throwing all these sandbags, you know, where the water was coming. I was like, oh, it soaks up the water. I didn't
Sure.
realize it was to divert the water.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking right now in my head.
That it's
Still.
to soak up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
no, it's
helped.
not-
I've put them down and been like, this is good. These hold so much water.
Yeah, no, I don't
Good
think
old
so. I think
sand.
they divert. That's it. They're a barrier. There might
Yeah.
be some soaking, but that's not the point. And
No.
I'm glad I could enlighten you.
Yeah,
because-
everyone learns something on this podcast
great.
every week.
It's
That's
great
so
cost,
exciting.
Is this a science podcast?
The expansion cost $627 million. Once again, completed under budget, freed up funds for protection elsewhere. That's obviously not Duff's. That wasn't him at that point, but his expanding upon his idea. You know what I mean? Newton dropped the apple, and the guys have been dropping apples ever since. But
Yeah.
it's Newton's idea to drop
He
the
gets
apple
the credit. Yeah.
for dropping apples.
Good old Duff's Ditch.
I'm still mad that they just started acting as if Duff's Ditch was a term of endearment.
Yeah,
they didn't.
smart.
They didn't give him the credit of
Just flipping it.
owning. Yeah,
We were always
flipping.
behind you, Mayor.
Yeah, yeah.
Duff's
Ditch.
great accomplishment. How about?
Yeah.
Duff's magical ditch.
Yeah.
I think Duff's Folly was when he died of brain cancer.
Yeah. I was trying to think of a John B. Duff.
That's our Duff's
Deep cut.
Folly.
Yeah.
Yeah, John B. Duff's ditch.
I was gonna say that about Winnipeg and Manitoba in general. That the older I get, the better being boring is. Like even our natural disasters, it's just a slow flood. You know, what I
Yeah.
mean, people.
No hurricanes.
No.
No earthquakes.
No one's dying. Your feet are gonna get wet. I mean, your homes are gonna get ruined. It's
People die in
not good.
floods. Not our.
Yeah,
flood.
I don't know if
People
you heard
die
about
in
the Texas
floods.
flood recently where a whole house full of young girls was swept away.
Yeah, no, but that was a torrent. We're not having. We're not. There's no flash floods here. We see our disasters coming from miles away. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and then we just clench really hard.
Yeah. Oh, it's cold. Oh, water.
I was in Dallas, Texas when I don't know if it was a tornado or a hurricane or whatever blew through really nearby. I didn't even realize it, like how serious it was, but power goes out at the hotel. It's kind of funny because they're like, all right, open season on the ice cream cooler. I'm like, sweet. And I was sitting outside drinking a beer and watching like just the craziest lighting I've seen, but it seemed pretty far away to me. And I just didn't really consider how serious it was. And then, yeah, next day I was returning the rental car or something. I was in some office and the guy in front of me was like, yeah, my house is gone. Yeah, this is sort of the second time. So I guess we'll just move up, build somewhere else now or something. But I was like, wow, that, it comes quick.
Yeah.
It comes quick.
Yeah.
Life comes at you fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that reminds me, as a final closing note here, it says that while Winnipeg has obviously benefited vastly, some rural areas downstream or upriver have occasionally borne higher flood impact.
Yeah.
In some cases, shifting risks risk a complex trade-off, one we don't like to think about.
Yeah.
We passed the buck to Winkler. Or whoever,
Yeah.
I guess.
Emerson. Yeah. Emerson gets whacked.
Sorry,
yeah.
Mennonites, learn to swim, fella.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming out on the podcast, Mike.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's like
Especially on
Diwali in
fucking
here.
Diwali.
we were all. I'm gonna get the last Diwali riff. I'm gonna get the last Diwali riff.
It's now a 5-hour podcast of us just Diwali references.
Now, just out of absolute curiosity, when is real Diwali?
Yeah.
October 20th.
So what is today? Yeah, what's
Yeah.
What is today?
It is a celebration.
August
Again,
31st.
his comment wasn't racist. It was asked.
Yeah, there's actually a party going downtown.
Today is seemingly nothing.
Indian calendar.
I
Oh,
Googled
Whether,
it.
search,
Indian
yeah, like
festival
search
on,
the events at the ledge today.
21st, 30th, Krishna something. I'm not willing to try that.
Yeah, all right. Look,
Not willing to take
all
a
I know is
poke
I'm
at
gonna go
that
there
one.
right now and try and eat some of their food,
Yeah,
which I feel entitled to.
Ashdown Flames got some too, though. So don't
Yeah, actually,
don't
I should
venture
just get
far.
Some, I should get some Ashdown
Venture
Flames.
into the front room here at Ashdown Market, where you can also find us at Luci's Comedy Club here in the back of Ashdown Market.
Hell yeah.
Zellers.biz for tickets to tapings that will be happening here, as well as, like Mike said, Wednesday bucket show, Thursday open mic incoming.
Incoming. We're gonna push till October. We're
Yeah,
gonna get
because the
through all
guys have no decorum. Hey, try
Yeah,
this.
They need another
comics.
month. They need another month to learn decorum. And also, we just have
Yeah.
the big shows. We have the tapings and stuff
Sure.
coming up here. We're gonna fill out the Wednesday, so it won't be every other Wednesday. It's every Wednesday, alternating shows. So we got enough on our plate, so they can wait. But yeah, if you follow me on Mike Green NFL on Instagram and just say I saw you on the Prairie Dogs, I'll give you tickets to a show. It's that easy, guys. You don't got to make them draw stuff. Just get them to message you. If you
3D
care enough to
print.
message me, I'll give you tickets to a show.
The best 3D printed gun, again, with blueprints. You get free tickets
I'm
this
talking
week to Nate Craig.
capacity.
Yeah.
I'm
Big
talking
clip.
rate of fire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm talking minimal kickback,
Yeah.
recoil,
Recoil's important for points.
suppress it.
But we do have Nate Craig tickets for you this weekend as from our lovely sponsors, Rumors Comedy Club. Go follow them online at Rumors Comedy Club, at Prairie.Dogs. Follow the fucking Instagram account
Yeah.
and follow us on YouTube. Do all that shit.
Yep. Follow us everywhere, and then that's it. I guess.
Yep.
Fuck it. Send me $100.
Yeah.
Send him. He'd
Okay.
do it for you.
I would. I'm homeless. So long. Love you.
Love ya.